Bam! What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Ominus Show, the show that talks about comics, comics, gay stuff, pop culture stuff, anything really that tickles my fancy. I will talk about it here on the show, and I am your host, esteemed host. Um, I'm the host for the show. My name is Elliot Rodriguez. You can see my name right here. And I am a comic book artist. I'm a Comics Gate artist. I draw a lot of cool shit for Comics Gate. And I'm reporting to you live from Lima, Peru in South America, where a lot of crazy stuff happens. But something that can alleviate my stress, pain, or whatever, is that the right-wing candidate that I was mentioning a few weeks ago was officially announced as the winner. So, hey, yay, stability in my country for the next few years, hopefully. I always yearn for that stuff, no? But yeah, so everything is going pretty good on my end. Also enjoying the World Cup. I don't know if there's any World Cup fans out there in the chat, but I'm enjoying the crap out of that. Once every 4 years, so great to see. And but yeah, I have a great show for you guys today. Just a few announcements before I bring my guest on, and then we start talking about comics. I have an update on our good friend Pete Samedi, because we worry about Pete, and hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I checked my mic, I checked my camera feed, everything. I think I'm okay. Let me know in the chat, guys, if the audio was popping, if it's not strong enough, too weak, I don't know. Please let me know if there's any issues going on. But yeah, I wanted to share this with you guys. There's a quick update from Pete. He posted this a few days ago. He says, a quick update: I've taken on part-time work and freelancing to make ends meet. Alterna is in a rough state due to what happened a few months ago. I'll be doing a live stream next week to provide context on how I hope to move forward. Thank you for your patience and support. So Alterna is not it's not dead per se. No, it's going to come back stronger than ever, and Pete's continuing to he's going to continue working in comics, and so we are all happy about that. And I wanted to share that with you guys. Also, before I forget, our good friend also Sean Salter, he's got a show tonight, and I'm going to share that with you guys also. And here is the news from Sean. He's got a show tonight to celebrate America's 250th birthday. All right, just 2 days away. So he's going to have on a bunch of different guests. He's going to have on Frederick Dumont, Michael Ferraro, and Patrick Quinlan. So you guys check him out, and also Frost. So he has a great show, great production on that show. Check it out, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at night. So check that out later tonight, and throw your support to Salty and the group over there. Please follow him on X, sub to his YouTube channel. He's getting more subs every day, and yeah, so check that out. And then speaking of subs, don't forget to like and sub this channel. Don't forget also that once I hit 1,000 subs, I'm going to be doing a free art giveaway, so you guys will be able to get some free art. I got a lot of cool stuff that's been stacking up, so I have some good art for you guys, and that's pretty much all that I have to announce very quickly before I forget. And so in the pin to the top of the chat, I have this campaign. We're going to talk about this campaign today. So please, if anybody instead of throwing tips at the Ko-Fi, please check out here. Check out the link, and then make sure you get yourself a copy of this book. We're going to talk about it today. It's awesome. So let me just go ahead and get into talking with my guest for today. Oh yeah, before I forget, I want to say hello to the people in the chat, and also share with you guys the sponsor of the show. We must never forget who the sponsor of the show is. Don't forget, guys, that this show is brought to you by the Fine Folk.
Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, yeah, cake to my baby, Inca Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, vamos.
Yeah. That guy gave up his life in the U.S. to come down here and drink Inca Cola. So you know it's serious. It's good. I was gonna say what's up to the people in the chat. We got Art Hyder. What's going on, man? Great to see you. We got Sleep and Psychopathy. What's going on? Great to see you as well. We got my guest in the chat. Oh, we got Jeremy Burtz. What's going on? And we got Jeremy Burtz. Subject Gate Comics. What's going on, man? Oh, I love your logo work. Logo work is great on that comic, man. Cole King, what's going on, Cole? Great to see you, man. Scribe, what's going on, Scribe? Heck yeah, guys. Come on in. And yeah, okay, so I don't want to like delay any longer. I have an incredible guest today. It's the first time this person's on the show. And yeah, I'm going to be a little bit starstruck on today's show. Because I've been this is one of the first creators that I met in CG that I came across in CG, and it was just starstruck because I remember the comic that he first did. It was Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters. I remember seeing that comic at comic stores, but I had never I saw it and I had never associated that with the creator. I just looked at the cover. I remember that cover was identical to the original TMNT. And that image was great. It stuck with me, and I was like, oh. I also remember X-Cons from back in the day. That was doing the rounds back in the 90s, and then I see that the creator is in CG, and I was like, oh shit. And yeah, starstruck with this guy since the beginning, and because his work is great, excellent creator, and happy to have seen the work that he's done, and then happy to see him come back. So yeah, so without any further ado, let's please bring on my guest, the legendary, the awesome Don Chin.
Hey, clap one more time. You're not coming to my birthday. Who did that? Giggity.
Are you hello, Don? Can you see
Yeah.
me? Hold on. Wait.
Hey, man. Elliot, good morning.
What's going on? How you doing, man?
Good. Thanks for that intro. I've never been introduced by a cartoon before, so I like that.
Heck yeah. But yeah, so thank you very much for stopping by. It's an incredible honor to have you here. Because I mean, I've been, without really knowing it, I have been seeing your work throughout these years in comics, and I have always admired it. Your parody work has been great, and so it's great to be able to sit down with you and talk about comics, and then tell us what brought you here today. What project are you sharing with us?
Well, Elliot, I've been out promoting the new announcement for the Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters 40th anniversary omnibus from Dynamite Comics. Nice. And it's just kind of a labor of love that they wanted to put out to kind of commemorate this title that I created way back in 1986. So that's been the kind of what I've been doing the last 2 weeks, is just going on shows and telling people about this project. And it's really exciting. It's the first thing I've probably worked on in about 3 or 4 years. So
yeah, I wanted
for a while.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Like, did you take I was under the impression that you had taken a permanent break because I hadn't seen you do anything since Beard Zerker. So are you officially back into doing comics, or is this just like a one-time campaign thing?
It kind of depends. If this campaign goes well and Dynamite wants to keep, maybe doing a more Hamsters new material, I would be down for that. I do have another one that I might be working on, a parody. We did one based on the Max back in the 90s from Parody Press. We came out with one called The Tax, the TAXX, and it was, he kind of looked like the Max, but he was like a IRS worker out in the outback. And so
Oh, that's
me and Bill
hilarious.
Mouse and my friend Mike Taylor, we did this parody back in, I think around 90, somewhere in the early 90s. And it had Sam Keith's blessing, and it sold decent, but I didn't know at the time how rabid Sam Keith fans would be. So if you try to find the tax on eBay, the very first printings of those, we did like an ash can and a full floppy style black and white parody of it. And Bill Mouse and Mike Taylor, they both jammed on this book. And Mike actually worked as an intern for Sam Keith for a little while, because I think Sam was pretty impressed by his work on this book. So that is something we are planning on bringing back as a.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, we're reprinting it, and then we have some new material. And if you go on eBay, it's hard to find that book for like less than $200. It's somewhat of a hard, scarce
One of
item.
those rare books.
Yeah, Sam Keith. I think it's probably one of the more expensive marked up books that, the collectability for that parody press ever did. There's some books out there that'll sell for, double digits, but this one, I wish I had a lot more, because I could probably move them for a lot more than it cost me to make at the time.
Man, that's awesome. And so that's really cool that Sam Keith was open to doing his own parody.
Yeah, he's cool with me. I mean, like I said, we worked on the Hamsters. I don't know if people knew this, but Hamsters went 9 issues with Eclipse. The first 5 issues were me and Parsonovich, who was the original artist. And then Parsonovich kind of got burnt out and he needed a break. So I had met Sam Keith through the convention circuits here in California, and he wasn't published that much at the time. He was just an inker over a book called Mage that Matt Wagner drew. And so Sam was just kind of a struggling artist at the time, and he really wanted to try to show people he could do pencils and not just ink. So we gave him a chance with Hamsters 6. He did 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then he did a book called Target Airboy, which was a color one-shot with Eclipse.
Man, that's awesome. And how was it working with him?
Sam was super easy, man. He's super laid back, never got angry. I can't remember if he was good on deadlines or not. I think he was pretty young in his career, so there might have been some times where we didn't meet deadlines, but he was super nice. Back in those days, Elliot, we didn't have cell phones, so we would have to chat on the phone long distance and run up phone bills. And so it kind of got expensive, back in those days working with people, because we didn't have email either. So you just have to either chat on the phone or send somebody a letter, in the mail, which kind of takes a while.
Yeah, I can imagine. And you guys live in the same city, or do you have to wait for him to mail the stuff to you, or was it not like that?
We lived in the same state. I'm in California, way up north, and he was more like in the central part of California. So it was just phone calls, and then he would draw. He might like send me pencils like via fax machine. So he would lay out pages and probably fax them to me for my my edits and my opinion. And then he did not ink the work on Hamsters, so he would basically send the pencils to an inker, and then the inker would embellish, and then we would send the finished artwork after it was lettered to the publisher, which was Eclipse Comics at the time.
Yeah. Oh, and when did Parody Press start? Was that the first thing you created, or did it come later?
Hamsters came out in '86, and then unfortunately Eclipse started to have some financial issues, so they actually had to shut down in the late '80s, early '90s. So Bill Mouse and I, who worked on another Eclipse project called X-Farce, which was a parody of X-Force, I just hit it off with him really well, and he was super fast. He he kind of got really fast, Elliot, because he was when you go to like an amusement park like SeaWorld or Disneyland or something, they have those guys that are artists that will draw a caricature of yourself,
Nice.
and so he was super fast. He was working at SeaWorld down in San Diego, and one of his other coworkers who was a SeaWorld artist, he knew an editor at Eclipse. So they kind of had those two guys in their Rolodex at the time. So they paired me with Bill Mouse and another guy named Bob Hannon. And so we did X-Farce, and it sold really well. And then Eclipse folded. So my thought was let's keep the ball rolling, because Image was just coming out at the time, and we thought, McFarlane, Eric Larson, Rob Liefeld, these guys are going to come up with their own books, and they're going to sell really well. So we did initially parodies of Spawn called Yawn, and then instead of Young Blood, we had Old Blood. They were a bunch of senile superheroes. And then
I remember seeing some of these titles in Wizard. They appeared in Wizard, if I'm not mistaken.
Savage Dragon became the Sewage Dragoon. So we just kind of riffed on Image, the very first the first titles we did, like in 91, 92, and they all sold really great. They were black and white, and that just kind of led to all these other parodies. And then Hamsters was kind of reprinted under the parody press. We brought them back, kind of like a classics adventures.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. And how did you go connect with Parsonovich to do adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters?
Yeah.
How did you guys? Is that coming? How do you tell us the origin to that?
He was local, so he was a high school friend that I met in a cartooning class in my hometown. And if you saw him, you'd think he was like a homeless guy looking for garbage out of dumpsters. He dressed really, baggy clothes and kind of a crumpled, disheveled hat, facial hair. And I was, back in the day, kind of this clean-cut conservative, yuppie guy. So to see us collaborate, you got kind of a hippie and a yuppie together. It was kind of a weird thing to see us together. But that's kind of what makes the book so weird, is that you've got kind of my sensibility and then his sensibility, and we're like total opposites. But when it came to making comics, we both had a love for that.
Nice. And this is the first book you made?
That is the very first comic book that I was ever totally credited for. But before the Hamsters was around, Elliot, we had a fanzine that we did called Overload. And we started that in 1979 out of the high school cartooning class. And we did about 5 issues. And by the 4th or 5th issue, we actually had some national distribution on it. It was kind of a combination of Heavy Metal and Mad magazine, if you can imagine.
Yeah.
Kind of fantasy stories, but with a funny twist. Yeah.
Nice.
And so Parsonovich just happened to be the best artist that I knew locally. And when I came up with the Hamsters idea at the university that I was going to, he was my natural go-to to ask, do you want to draw this hamster story, which is a parody of the Ninja Turtles? And I asked him to do it on spec. So he did, I don't know how long it took him, probably like 4 or 5 months to draw the first issue. And we had to shop it around. We didn't have a publisher at the time.
I was gonna ask that, because I had I don't know if you're familiar with Anthony Gonzalez Clark. I had him on the show last week, and he told me about some gigs he's been able to work with Chuck Dixon and some other creators. And I asked him, like, how does that go? How does that happen? Like, how do you just like get this opportunity to work with these comic professionals? And he told me that all he had to do was just send him a DM. Is like, hey, Chuck, you got any work for me? And then he responded with yes. And so I was wondering, like, because you create the idea, you write the idea, how you tell Parsonovich to draw it, but then from there, like, how do you get it in the stores? How did that, so by shopping around, you had to like ask other people to what they thought about it?
Yeah. So you're living in the modern day,
Yeah,
Elliot,
yeah.
where you can scan and email people directly. But back in the 80s, all we had was really fax. We didn't really have the internet. So it would be a matter of actually making photocopies, taking the 11 by 17 artwork, shrinking it down to 8.5 by 11, and making basically, 32 pages you would send in a little manila envelope to different publishers, and with the little cover letter. But I was really grateful that I had met the Eclipse publishers at some conventions. So when I was trying to peddle Overload, I would go to conventions and I would just kind of set up a table there, and me and my friends would, meet other fans, and they would buy our fanzine. So I don't know exactly when I met them, but it was down at probably one of the same conventions that I met Sam at. And so they kind of knew me and I knew them, and they were actually not that far from where I lived. It wasn't driving distance, but it was like about three hours south. And so, me and Parsanovich, we made copies. Probably made like 12 sets of copies of this, and we sent it to different publishers. I didn't think Marvel or DC would touch it, so I was mainly sending it to like some of the more independent ones at the time. And so Eclipse calls me back, and they said, we like this concept and we want to give it a shot. So they basically solicited it, like kind of like when you see Diamond previews, those magazines. But back in that time, there wasn't just one distributor. There were like probably 7 or 8. And so they got orders back on the Hamsters, and it was like, it just blew them away. It was it was like 55,000 copies ordered by a couple of guys that had never done a comic book before. And those numbers, I think, were even better than what their established comics were selling for. And so after the first issue came out, which I just thought was going to be a one shot, they really liked that they were getting dealer orders, and so they wanted to keep the money train rolling. And so they asked me if I would consider doing it as an ongoing series. So that was my big dream in life, and so of course I agreed.
Awesome. And I'm assuming that you're because from the beginning you've done parody comics. You've always worked in that genre. And did you ever have aspirations to like write for Marvel or DC? Or I would imagine like I want to be a writer, but since I'm known for writing parody, that might set limitations. Is that something that you had to struggle with?
Yeah, I always kind of thought I could do both. I mean, I grew up reading. Initially I grew up, reading age appropriate stuff when I was an adolescent. So a lot of like Richie Rich and funny animal stuff. And then as I got older, I started to like the superhero titles. So I was really attracted to, on Marvel's end, it was anything that Jack Kirby did, and X-Men, obviously. And I loved, on DC side, I kind of was I like Kirby's work there as well, but he did, I think Legion of Superheroes is one of my favorite titles from DC. So I was collecting and reading those. So I had a thought that I could do superhero stuff too, but Mad Magazine and Cracked was kind of stuff that I also really loved and grew up on. So humor just kind of came easier to me to write. But even before the Hamsters was out, though, I was probably sending off like sample script ideas and story ideas for mainstream superheroes, but I would always get rejection letters. And
crazy.
Yeah. So Hamsters just happened to be the thing that got me my launch pad into comics. But I did some other non-satire things for Eclipse, and there's a fantasy series called Enchanter that ran about 3 issues with Eclipse, and then we did another imprint with Parody Press called Express Press. So we finished the Enchanter series with the different artists. But people that if you really like Sandman, and the artist that helped create Sandman with Neil Gaiman. His name is Mike Drigenberg, and he was the artist on Enchanter, and he did a little bit of work with the Hamsters. But Eclipse, after he did Enchanter, I think Neil Gaiman saw his work and said this guy would be really good for this idea I have for the Sandman.
Awesome stuff, man. Yeah, you've and I've read that you've all, I don't know if this is true. You can confirm for us, but I've also read that you've helped in some way to like launch the careers of Liefeld and Larson. Is that correct?
No, I knew them before they got big, but I didn't publish. I was in another fanzine called Megaton that Gary Carlson put out, and he did Big Bang comics. I think he wrote TMNT for Image, but Gary had this fanzine called Megaton, and Megaton was kind of this black and white fanzine with color covers, but Gary was kind of doing with superheroes what I was doing with Overload back in the day, but he was more of he wanted to do more superheroes. So my friend Ken Meyer said, "Hey, I got this opportunity to do a story in Megaton," and Megaton actually had published Liefeld's first work, including Youngblood, and also Eric Larson, The Savage Dragon, was in Megaton as well. So I was in Megaton, so I was in those early issues that Liefeld and Larson were in, but I did not publish their work.
Okay, nice, sweet stuff, man. Yeah, because I've read so much, and no, because your connections with Sam Keith and then these guys also, awesome stuff. And how did you come across Comicsgate? Like, when did that happen?
I'd been away from that comics since the 90s when my company folded, and Dynamite actually came to me and they said, we really like the Hamsters. This was like probably in the early 2000s, and I wasn't doing comics, and so I basically sold the rights to the Hamsters to Dynamite, and so here I am, like in 2020, 2021, and I'm just kind of browsing YouTube and looking, and I see probably Ethan Van Sciver streaming to a pretty large audience. And I'm going, I remember Ethan. He did I had him do a cover of one of our books called The Skunk back in the day, back when Matt Martin and Trent Kanuga and Ethan were, the Three Musketeers. And so I knew kind of Ethan had been doing work for DC and Marvel over the years, but I wasn't really following his work. But I saw, wow, he's got a huge audience. And I look and see how much he's making crowdfunding Cyberfrog. And I went, holy smokes, this is the way the market is now. You don't necessarily have to go directly through distributors and comic shops. You can go directly to the consumer and fulfill that way. And so I was just kind of fascinated by the whole crowdfunding thing that I saw.
Mechanism. Yeah.
And he had a huge audience, and he was he was doing really well. And so I've never been on his show, but I did, I've talked to him on the phone, and I had this idea, what if the Hamsters and Cyberfrog do a team up? And I pitched it to Ethan and I pitched it to Dynamite, and they both thought it was a great idea. So I actually wrote like a 40-page script with the Hamsters, with Cyberfrog, and who's the big amphibian in Cyberfrog?
Salamandroid?
Yeah, Salamandroid. And so I wrote this, and then EJ Morges and Kanan White were supposed to be the art team on it. So Ethan's sitting there promoting this. I've already written it. And then Dynamite, who was at the time, they were kind of seemed like they were CG friendly. They kind of pulled the plug on it because I think they were getting too much flack from some of their other creators. They didn't want to do anything that had Ethan's name on it. So unfortunately that fell by the wayside, and I had this wonderful script. It was a one-shot and they were going against the Murder Hornets and stuff, and I just I had it.
Nice.
I was so excited about that, and then just kind of like the air blew out of my balloon, because
Man, yeah, I can imagine.
you come back and
Yeah.
you want to come back with the
Something
splash.
big.
So it
Yeah,
got canceled. So I thought, well, let me try these other projects. So Beardserker, the one that you've got on the screen, that was one that I thought, this would be fun. I'll make Keanu Reeves, like he's suspended in animation for 40 years, and then he wakes up and he's all buffed and
Heck
ripped, and he wants to right what he sees are wrongs in today's world.
Heck yeah. And to give a 'cause I remember also that the owner of Dynamite was catching a lot of the stuff also for a Vampirella cover that I think I forgot who drew it, but it was a cash grab. I think something to do with Cecil, and there was also a bunch of backlash for that also.
Yeah.
And so before this whole crowdfunding scene, how was indie comics? The indie comics was just basically going to local comic cons and just trying to make connections with other people. Is that basically how things were done before this crowdfunding internet stuff?
Yeah. Back in the 80s and 90s, you would you go to conventions. There would be distributor shows where you would actually just meet different comic shop vendors and give them, special swag and stuff to help, promote your brand in their stores. So, Elliot, you would come up with an idea for a book, have a mock-up of a cover, and ideally, I think Diamond and the other distributors wanted to see that your book is, at least halfway done before they solicit it, because everybody hates getting a book and then it's late or it never ships.
Yeah, man.
So you just basically have to give Diamond the cover and then a little 1 or 2 paragraph blurb about what the book is about, and then you just wait for the distributors to look at if they want to buy it or not, and then they basically get all the orders together from all the different stores across the world that they service, and then they give you the numbers and they say, you need it, we have this many orders for you, so then you know how many you're going to print, and then you go to press, and then you distribute all the books you send all the books to the distributor, and then the distributor is the one that has the trucks that goes to all the different stores. So that's the way it used to work, and I mean that's the way it still works now, I think, if you're
To some
going
extent, yeah.
through Diamond. And I don't even know if I've heard Diamond, was on the rocks and they were having some financial issues. So I think they might be going through bankruptcy or something.
Yeah, they're in a rough spot for sure. And Scotsman says a whole lot of Kinko's copying and hand stapling.
Yep, Scott knows.
Yeah.
I used to make my own comics that way, before there was small print to they have print on demand now where you can get very few copies made. But when I was younger, I would just kind of do my own comics. I'm not that great of an artist, but I can hold my own. But I would just make comics that were 8.5 by 11 folded in half with a little staple in the middle. I wanted to show people your art, Elliot.
Yeah. For those who don't know, I did fan art for the adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters. Let's take. Nice. I'm glad it got there intact.
Yeah, you did a great job. I like the way that you.
Yeah.
It's kind of a different style. You kind of took.
Yeah.
I don't know which artist you like the best that you modeled it after, but you nailed it, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just trying. I'm trying to minimize. Yeah, just trying my best to put my style on it. I'll probably approach it a little bit different now, but yeah, I'm glad I'm glad how it came out. I'm glad you liked it, and I did that a while back, and it was fun.
And you colored. You had a couple of colored versions of it. I think Shadow Hawk colored one, and
yeah, good stuff. And for the people in the chat that may not remember, if it's okay with you also, Don, I'd like to play this trailer so people can see like some of the work that you've done in CG from a while back. Is that okay?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, let's play this trailer.
Comics are totally awesome. And I'm totally awesome too. Beardzerker has everything you want from a comic book. It's got great drawings, colors, great story. It's got great action, has a little romance, and it's about something. Not just any something. It's a parody of some thing. And I was like, well, I used to collect and I love comic books. And they were like, so, did you ever want to make a comic book? And I was like, yeah. And then Parody Press was like, oh, yeah. So they made a comic book that's a parody of my comic book. And it will probably be pretty hilarious, because that's what a parody is. Or at least what it's supposed to be. You know, this idea of kind of like a rock and roll warrior, someone in an altered state, someone with a big guitar axe, and a pet cat that's from the hood, just out of control. Speaking of out of control, there's his beard. It gets bigger and longer throughout the book until it takes on a fantastical life of its own. It's like, whoa! So check it out. If you do, I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it. But honestly, I didn't really do that much, other than rambling on about comics and books. I mean, comic books. Wait, what was I saying? Oh well. Enjoy! Beardzerker from Parody Press. Back it today!
Nice.
Oh
Now, hold
yeah,
on,
oh
before
yeah. That was fun.
before hold on, and I also want to share this one with everybody in the chat. And hold on, I'm going to share
Yeah,
the X-Force
X-Force?
trailer also. Heck yeah.
I had fun with these, man. If you couldn't tell.
Yeah, they're great. They're great. Hold on, let's play this one.
All right.
My name is Professor Baldy, and I run a school for juvenile delinquents. You might even call them mutants. Trust a few reformed ex-cons and their friends from X-Force. And introducing the Newt Mutants. Beware the rest. Now, Parody Press Comics is back with X-Force Reloaded #1. Don't miss this extraordinary comics extravaganza with 7-fold color stories of marvelous mutant mayhem. Back this book today for awesome variant covers and original artwork tiers. 48 pages of action and hilarious hijinks by some of comics' funniest talents. Parody Press, making the world laugh again. Only on Indiegogo.
You're muted, bro.
Sorry.
Oh, there we go.
I'm pulling
Yeah,
this off
you got
the
a
fridge.
cool one.
Yeah.
I ran out of those, man. That's a collector's item.
Heck yeah.
Thanks for backing.
Nice. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Yeah, I got the Rob Willis cover for X-Force. I got and I love the story was great. X-Cons was great.
Thanks,
I love
man.
there's a page in there, there's a story in there where everything is all white during the snow blizzard, and that's just amazing. Oh man, you guys got to get there. Yeah, and I was going to ask you also, Don, like if the books are still available for others to get, and so yeah, you can get them on eBay, right?
Yeah, I have an eBay store, and you can just search for them. You'll probably find them, and it'll lead back to me. So
sweet, awesome, and but that's not the entire reason why we're here today. The main reason we're here today is for the adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters, and there's a trailer for this as well.
You have to tell me more about Ominus, because I thought I'm on the Ominus show with my Omnibus.
I'm actually going to give sneak peeks later today and show people some stuff. But yeah, I'll give you some info on that in just a second. Can I share the trailer? Is that
yeah?
This is a trailer for this. Let's check this one out.
Hey everyone, hey, this is Don Chin. I'm the co-creator of the Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters, and I wanted to let you know that there's going to be a very exciting project coming out on Kickstarter with Dynamite Comics. It's the official Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters Omnibus in 2 huge volumes. You're going to see all the original black and white issues collected. There's going to be Clint, Hamsters 1 through 9, Hamsters Massacre the Japanese Invasion, the Dynamite Comics reissue, and also lots of bonus material that you guys have never seen before. I'm so excited. This has been a passion project of mine for many, many years to see that collected. And this is the first time we've ever done a big collection like this. You're going to have artwork by Parsonovich, my good friend Sam Keith. I mean, this is stuff that is really dear to my heart, and I think you're going to love it. We're going to have a trade paperback edition. We're also going to have a hardcover edition. And I just can't wait for it to get into your hands so you can enjoy it and laugh again. This is a project that I created back in 1986 when I was in college. It was just kind of a one-off, going to be a one-off spoof of the Ninja Turtles, but it just kind of took on a life of its own. We even made it on the show Jeopardy, and David Letterman mentioned them. So I don't know what else to tell you. You just have to check out this book for yourself. It's hilarious. It's bonkers, very off the wall, and I don't know what to tell you other than just to check it out. It'll be a great time, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. See you on Kickstarter. Sweet. Thank you, man. Thanks for sharing that.
Hold on.
That's so cool that your stuff is in Spanish on your Kickstarter page. I like that.
No te lo pierdas. Don't miss out. Yeah. So currently it's at 30,000. Yeah, man. So the book got funded really quick. You got 12 more days on the campaign.
I thought it was funny that they made the initial goal $1,986, which was
nice.
A tribute to the year 1986 when it came out. And so
awesome.
I think it only took like 30 minutes for it to hit that. And now we're over 30,000. So that's pretty exciting.
Heck yeah. Awesome stuff. And so how did this project come about? Like, did they come to you, or did you ask them about this? Do they have the rights to them?
Yeah. What happened, Elliot, was that I was I like I said, I got out of comics, and people probably know that I'm a real estate broker. So when I got out of comics, I went into real estate, and I wasn't doing much with comics. And so, 10 years passes since I did Parody Press, and Dynamite, Nick Barucci, the owner of Dynamite, he reached out to me and said, I really like the hamsters a lot. We'd like to basically ask if you want to sell the rights to them. And I didn't have any plans of doing hamsters. There wasn't, I didn't feel like I wanted to start my own company again. And I didn't shop it around anymore to see if they might want a new home. So this just kind of landed in my lap. They said, we'll make you this offer to buy the hamsters rights. So I did it, and then they did a 4-issue color series that I was just kind of a consultant on. I didn't write it, and so they did that, and then it just kind of laid dormant, from 2008 until now. But in that time, every once in a while, I would write to them and say, "Hey, what do you guys think about, maybe a Hamsters one shot crossover or something like that?" And they didn't give any of that stuff the green light. So I was just thinking, well, it's kind of out of my hands. I can't force them to publish the characters if they own the rights. So anyways, I get an email earlier this year, and they go, "Yeah, Don, we'd like to really do an omnibus for the Hamsters, and it would be on their 40th anniversary." And I thought to myself, wow, I didn't even realize 2026 is 40 years since it came out. I didn't think about that, and I just thought, that's really good timing to try to just kind of push the book out on this 40th birthday of their existence. And that was just a really good marketing move for them. And I think people are ready to laugh again. The world is so doom and gloom, and we need humor. And the Hamsters just might be the cure for your news depression.
Heck yeah, no, definitely, yeah, I totally agree. And then this was one of the main reasons why I was happy to see you back on X and stuff, and talking, promoting, and hitting the channels, because it's that's needed. And that's the one thing that I loved also was X-Farce, the Beard Zerker stuff. And I was under the impression you were going to continue with other ideas or the titles or the parodies, but it stopped. And so but
yeah,
hopefully you come back.
I could do it, Beard Zerker too. We'll see. It's just between this, my 9 to 5 job and this, it's hard to find time. I'm getting older, man. I have to take naps.
That's also true. Yeah, 5 o'clock hits around, man. It's time to take a nap. Man. Awesome stuff, man. And I also appreciate like your chemistry with Bill Mouse. I think you guys did really good work. The artwork for Beard Zerker was great. And for the people in the chat, this is a book I can attest to like more than others, because normally you promote books that haven't come out yet, but in this case, X-Farce, Beard Zerker, they're here. No, they're here, and they're great.
It's physically out, man. So
yeah.
If you buy, you can buy with confidence that I'm not going to stiff you for 7 months or a year.
Yeah, they're out there. Yeah, and get a good laugh from them too, man. So check that out. What's going on? Gray Cloud, sunny day with Gray.
Thanks, sunny days. Sunny days.
But yeah, also, yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you, how old are you? I can't tell.
How old do you think I am? Throw a number out there.
I'd say 35.
Insult me.
35.
Oh, nice. 41.
41. Okay. No gray hair, man. How do you do that?
I've been doxxed.
You don't have kids. You must not have kids.
Yeah. No, I do. I do have a child.
Oh.
But I don't party. Oh, I stopped partying, and that helps out a lot.
Yeah, me neither. I think I aged
33.
I aged better than a lot of my classmates.
Nice. No, yeah, I see you as a young guy. Like, I mean, I would not associate you with an old guy, but to be an old guy at all.
I'm almost 3 years away from getting my senior discount at Denny's.
Oh, nice. What's that? What does that give you? Like extra eggs?
Oh, I don't know. They probably have to cut them up more finely now that, for the old people.
Yeah. Extra eggs and then later extra runs. No. No.
So you have a child too? Is it a boy or a girl, or do you not?
It's a little girl, and she's 8 years old now, and she's going to school, and having children is it's not easy at all, but it is a lot. It's fun. It's great stuff, and 41 years old. I don't I don't drink at all. Like on the weekend, I just hang out with my family, just to draw when I have my free time. But but I did drink for my closeout from my campaign. I don't know. I don't think if you I don't know. I don't think you were aware of this, but I launched a campaign last year for my comic. It's called Ominus. It's like this is a preview book that I did because I wanted to test the waters and see if people were interested in what I had to offer to the comic world. And yeah, I did good. My funding goal was 1,005, and I
Nice.
hit 4,000. And so I was really happy with the outcome of that. And so now I'm working on the actual graphic novel, and I'm going to do a big reveal of some of the artwork that I've been working on it July 16th, which is like
Wow.
I think 2 weeks from now. And I'll show everybody more characters, pages, my first double page spread in the book, concept art, some pinups, like a bunch of artwork that I've been working on this year. And yeah, so doing comics is really difficult, and
It is.
it's really difficult, and
it's hard work, man. You gotta.
Yeah, it's
You
a
always
lot of
gotta
work.
be shilling.
Yeah, that's also when I did this campaign last year, when I started hitting up the other channels and shows and promoting, that was an entirely other beast, and it's not easy either. Though you have to go out there with the energy and get people excited and sell the book, give them the pitch, and then hopefully people will back it. And I was really happy with the outcome because my main thing was just to fund it because I do comics also with a 9 to 5, so I don't focus myself entirely to comics.
Okay.
And so with the time that I'm able to work on it and to get done what I've been able to get done, I'm completely happy and satisfied. I get to talk to awesome comic creators like yourself, and so I mean I couldn't ask for more. And
yeah, I'm excited, man, because I love all your pinup stuff, and I was always wondering how you would handle like a panel by panel assignment. So
yeah,
I've never seen the trailer to your thing. Are you going to play it or?
Yeah. I'm gonna let you catch up on the Ominous. Let's take a look at this. Let's go. Wait, I got the trailer right here. Hold on. I got it on to in my media settings. Dude. I'll play the trailer. Check it out.
That's really cool, man. I like that cinematic edit you did on it.
Sweet. Yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, I did this last year. I launched it like around this time and at the end of June. I did it like John Malin style. I did it only for 60 days, and then I closed it. So now you can't get the book. Then I'm gonna come back with the first volume 1, and then I'll have a catch up tier so you can get the books if you missed out on them.
Okay.
And yeah, I had three different covers. I had a connecting cover with a variant B and C.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, thank you.
So
and here
I saw Matt Yackey colored. I've worked with Matt. He did Beard Zipper.
Yeah. I contacted Matt. What was it? Like about a year after I saw him on because he's done a bunch of projects for Comicsgate, so I contacted him and he was really friendly, open, and welcoming, and so yeah, I was able to get him to do this, and I was blown away by it. He colored 2 other pieces of mine for other campaigns, and I've always been blown away by his art, by his coloring. He does really good coloring.
Yeah, he's like Rob Liefeld's colorist for a
Yeah.
long time.
Oh yeah.
He's
Yeah.
fast too. You know, every time I had Matt do work for me, he would turn around. I think he did.
Yeah.
He colored the Canaan White issue of Beardsarker, and I think he colored the U.S. Assassin crossover cover,
Oh,
and
nice.
then he did the X-Farce one that you had with the Cesspool
Rob
and
Willis.
the Rob Willis one.
Yeah, this stuff is great, and yeah, exactly as you say. He was really fast. I think I got like work like 2 days later, and I had to make a few edits, and he was completely open to all the editing that I had requested. Yeah, great to work with. No, it was really great. And yeah, and so yeah, I did the campaign. Everything came out great. I have some pages here.
That looks great, man.
And
How many pages was the preview?
the preview was 10 pages, and I did extra content, and the book in its entirety is 36 pages. But this new book that I'm working on is 62 pages, and so and yeah, so I'm working on that. I have no idea when I'm going to launch that campaign because it's taken me a long time, and I don't draw like an 8 hour a day. I draw when I can, and so like I get pages done real slow. And but it'll get there. It'll get there eventually. And in the meantime, I get to hang out with you guys.
Oh, Rocafort, man, he did a nice. Is that going to be in the book?
Yeah, that's actually in the book. Yeah, he did this piece. He blew me away. Also, I had not expected it. And I sent him a copy of the book, and he read it, and he because the thing is that this campaign is a fixed version of what I originally did. I did a comic, and I offered it first. I offered it digitally, and so there's like 50 people that backed the book digitally, and so I gave it to them. I also gave them a survey and to ask what they thought about the book, and I got a bunch of comments back from it. And so there are many of the things. There were many mistakes that I made in the first digital run, and so I went back and fixed it, and then I got everything fixed for the print release. No, and so. Kenneth was one of those people that got the book digitally also, and so he read it, he liked it, and he did this drawing of my main character, and I was blown away by it. And I asked him if I could use it, and he said, "Yeah, go ahead." And he let me put this this line art in the book, so it's in the book also.
Nice.
And
yeah, he's
and yeah, it was
super cool.
Yeah,
guy.
it was. Yeah, heck yeah, and it was great. It
was
great. The reception.
I like your Deathmonger. That guy's rad.
Yeah, he's actually the reason why I did that, because I designed a bunch of characters, and I posted some of them on X, just see what people thought, and people love Deathmonger, and I was getting so much comment from like, where do I see him? When is this book coming out? And all this other stuff, and so I figured that. I know the graphic novel takes a long time, and so I figured that in the meantime, I could probably do something real quick, so people can see like, well, number one, what the characters are like, and then number two, what my sequential talent or work is like. Because people, similar to what you're saying, I had never seen Elliot do sequentials, and so many people had not seen me do sequential. So I thought, two birds in one stone. No, I'll do a short preview book. Do some sequential pages, introduce these characters, and then see what people think. And that was basically the idea for the campaign, and I did it, liked it. So now I'm coming back with the actual graphic novel. And then,
are you inking everything in this book yourself?
Yeah. I'm writing, I'm penciling, inking, but I'm not coloring. I'm saving the coloring and the letters for other people. And
yeah, man. I mean that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. And it's the same team that worked on this book is the same team that's going to be on the graphic novel when it comes out.
How many pages have you completed so far?
11 pages. Okay. So I just got like 40 something more to go.
How quick do you work? Are you like one or two?
No, it takes me a while. It takes me like 2 weeks to do like a page because because I have to. Yeah, it takes a long time, and I would like to get it done faster, but I just can't. I can't do more time than what I am. And I have to keep also streaming, because if I stop streaming, then people won't know I'm out here.
Right. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword, man, when you get into this. But
Yeah. So that's what I'm. Go ahead.
it's fun. Yeah, I mean it's fun, but at the same time, it's definitely a grind. Just
Yeah.
you're in it for the long haul, man. If you're doing
No.
something
Yeah.
like 60 pages, that's gonna take probably a couple years, I would imagine.
Yeah. That's exactly what I got planned. Yeah. And so, I'm going to do draw streams showing people updates. I'm not going to launch the campaign until the line art's done. So I'm going to do all the line art, the pencils and inks, and then I'll launch the campaign, and then take it from there. No, and then do the same thing for campaign number 2. Yeah, and I have in my mind, I have planned a four graphic novel story arc, and so I'm assuming in 10 years I'll get all this done.
Sweet. Well, if you ever do a launch party, I'd be happy to come on.
Yeah, man, that would be amazing. Yeah, that would be great. I had a launch party last year. I had some great guests come on also, and I had a closeout, and I had some guests come on, and then as we closed out, I took some shots, and then I ended up getting drunk on the street.
Do you did you do that one on Fund My Comic, or did you use another platform?
Yeah, I did this on Fund My Comic, and I have nothing but great things to say about Fund My Comic. It's a great platform. There was I think 1 or 2 hiccups, but I was able to contact Luke, and I wrote an email to Luke. Hey, there's this problem going on. Could you help me out? And then the next day he would respond and then get everything solved quickly. So I'm super happy with Fund My Comic. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use them also for the next campaign also. And
that's nice,
because I'm hearing that Indiegogo is difficult to work with. Kickstarter, I'm not sure about them.
That was Fund My Comic wasn't around when I did Beardzerker and X-Cons, but I know Luke, and I've been on streams with him, and he's super nice guy, super honest.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he's able to, create a platform like that.
Yeah. He helped out a bunch of us out, a lot, because there was back then the reason why Luke did that, because there was many creators on Indiegogo were getting shadow banned. Like they will type in their names of the campaign in the search bar and they wouldn't pop up. Right. And so there was the need to create our own platform to say no, and Luke did a great job. I think it's great. Yeah.
Sweet.
Or how this says Drunk Elliot is the best. No, we don't need more of that. No, we're fine. We're fine without Drunk Elliot. It's okay. All the Roy's in the chat. Yeah, good stuff.
Hi, Art.
And have you seen the state of Comicsgate now? Like, I mean, there's many different players, many different creators in the scene. Have you
I haven't really
taken a gander?
Yeah, I haven't. I just see there's a lot of drama, and I actually I don't feel like I need to participate in there. I have enough drama in my life.
Yeah, definitely.
And honestly, I think, these streams are fun, and there's all this, sometimes there's collaborations that are cool, but there seems to be a lot of infighting and just kind of negativity. And I personally just think, just work on your books and get your books out. And if you're sitting there complaining about other people but you haven't delivered, you kind of lose my respect. I would rather see you, rather than talking about all the stuff that's going on, I'd rather see you actually fulfill what I paid for.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, yeah, I totally understand and agree with that also. No, so when I did this campaign, I made sure that everything was done before I even launched it. I had the luxury of doing that with this campaign, which I won't for the next campaign, but I'm pretty sure I'm covering my bases as best as I can, and I think I'll be able to replicate it again. And well,
you
have to be really careful. Yeah,
I think you have integrity, and I believe what you say, and I like to believe other people are going to deliver, but I mean, I've been waiting on some books since I did Beardzerker and X-Cons. And some of these guys I know, they used to work for me, and I'm going, life happens. But
Yeah.
if you can't fulfill, then you should refund people what they pledged.
That is very true. Yeah, that is absolutely true. And speaking of which, I also wanted to share with people in the chat. I got some books in the mail. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you know this. This young creator, the creator of this.
Oh yeah, Bancroft, awesome.
Yeah, I got this is a Painted Death, and then and I also got
Oh, you got the
Fractured Mind.
You got the Moosent trading card in there, Elliot. That's the one
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Bill, on the back of that. Bill and Mouse and I submitted that for his
For
art.
the art contest. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
fun.
I really like Michael. He actually helped launch the Hamsters project this
Nice.
back last month.
The Moosent.
The Moosent utter death is what I think we called it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, did you like that story? I mean, how long ago did you get that?
I haven't read this yet. I've read the first one. I got what's it called? Man, I haven't read it in a long time.
Painted Death?
Wake and Dream. Wake and Dream.
Wake and Dream, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah, and then this is the second one, and I haven't read that one yet. I haven't read Fractured Mind yet, but yeah. Yeah, but I'm in a similar case as him because he's been doing a show for a long time while he's been creating the book, and so I'm going to be doing the same. And it's great to see that you get to see the entire process on his channel, from when he started everything and where he's at now.
Right,
great stuff. And also got 7 Amens Before Sundown by our good friend Tom Tuttle, also a first-time creator, and he wrote this story, and he's got some great artwork in here by Christian Rossi.
Oh, Christian is awesome.
Yeah, he's great work, man.
I actually did. I had him do some work for me, and I haven't published it, but he did. He's got a great use of his shadows and black, his black inking, and it's kind of Mike Mignola-ish in some ways to me.
Heck yeah.
Who are some of your biggest art influences, Elliot?
For me, it's all over the place now. No, but when I first started getting back into drawing and started learning stuff, I was really looking at David Finch, Platt. Who else was I looking at? And Mark Silvestri. I always look at his work, and Brett Booth. I like his energy. Anybody. Ethan's work is great. There's a lot of great artists out there. But
I'm sorry, go ahead.
But now I'm just looking at everything that pops up on my feed, and looking at all kinds of artists because I'm trying to get an understanding of art, and so I'm looking at shadows and rendering and trying to learn ways of doing that. I looked at Rob Willis for a long time. Looked at his art, studied his art a lot also, and
something just dawned on me that I looked at your, this one that you did for me, and I was thinking, what style does that really remind me of? And it just dawned on me that Ken Hooper, who drew a one-shot with the Hamsters, and he also drew Aquaman for DC for a number of years. Your style actually looks a lot like his version of the Hamsters. And I always loved him. So if you see Hamsters Massacre the Japanese Invasion in your store or dollar bin, pick it up and you can see, his artwork. It'll be in the omnibus, but I'm just saying that he kind of did this he did a real likable version of the Hamsters, and yours really reminds me of, the way that he drew them.
Here's I have here the digital file of that artwork of the pinup of the. Here we are for people to see.
Yeah. I might ask you if you could email me a high-res scan, I might send it to Dynamite and see if they might want to put it in the bonus material.
Oh, nice.
If you're open to that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I sent it to you, but I'll send it again. Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
And also, for the people that might not know, the Ninja Turtles, Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, Leonardo. They're named after Renaissance artists. In this case, the hamsters are named after action movie stars. So we got Chuck, and then who else? Can you tell
That's
us?
Clint. Clint is modeled
Yeah,
after
sorry,
Clint Eastwood. Jackie Chan, and then the one without any patch over his eye, that's Chuck. After Chuck Norris, he actually kind of looks like Chuck Norris there. And then you've got Bruce, and Bruce is after, named after obviously Bruce Lee.
Heck yeah. Says, thank you very much. Book looks great too. We'll pick it up when I'm a little less strapped. Yeah. So whenever you, we got 12 more days, I think, on the campaign. So you guys be sure to grab that while you can. And
yeah, I think they can. I think Kickstarter offers like payment plans as well, and even after the campaign is over, you can buy it. I don't think they're planning on fulfilling until January of next year. So there's plenty of time probably to get orders in, even if you can't support it during the first, the last 12 days.
Nice. And if there was one book or one tier that we should get, what would you recommend for us? Like we want like something for like to get the whole like entire hamsters like experience.
I think the best bang for the buck, Elliot. Can you go to the campaign page and scroll down on the right? Yeah, there you go. So keep going. There's $100 hardback set with a slipcase. You'll keep going.
75.
Keep going.
95.
You're almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there.
99.
Keep going. There.
Oh, nice.
There it is. There you go. So I would probably say you can get the full 2 volumes with a really nice slipcase. That's not signed. So if you want it signed, you have to pay more. There's a signed and remarked version that's more, but that one seems to be one of the most popular products because it's hardcover, so it's going to last a while, and you get both volumes. Volume 1 is mainly the black and white books that Eclipse did, the Clint miniseries, and then volume 2 is like 300 plus pages. That has all the 3D issues, so it'll come with 3D glasses. The color issues that Dynamite did are in that one. And I think that Japanese invasion book that I was telling you about, that's in the 2nd volume. And there's a bunch of bonus material, like unseen artwork, unseen articles, like fan art, perhaps. So
yeah, nice. And so there's 2 additions to this omnibus. Those are both of them. They're both offered in this option here.
You can buy if you want to just go budget and you just want to get the trade paperbacks. Those are up a little bit. Like when you first started scrolling, those are $30 each. So if you just wanted to get one to check them out, I would probably recommend getting the first volume. But if you were like, I just want to see the 3D issues, then I would probably get volume 2. So you can, starter soft cover would be like $30.
Yeah, I'm seeing that here. Nice. 30 and 30. Yeah. And then
if you're a Sam Keith fan, you have to get the hardcover versions.
Yeah. See some Sam Keith artwork for the hamsters, man. That's dope. And who would you say is like the best artist that you've worked with, like considering not just like the talent, but just like working with timelines and stuff like that? Deadlines, I'm sorry, with deadlines. Who was like one artist that you really enjoyed working with?
I had good experiences with all my collaborators, but as far as like the end product goes, I'd probably say that the one that Ty Templeton drew, which was the 3D #1 issue, he just had a totally different take on the hamsters compared to Parsonovich, because a lot of people would look at Parsonovich's artwork and they go, they don't even really look like hamsters. You know, they're kind of squishy. They're not that furry. They look a little rough around the edges. So behind me, Elliot, is the way that Ty drew them, that big print in the back. So that's Ty's version.
Oh, okay.
So the way that he drew
That's
them,
the one you like.
From a commercial standpoint, they would probably be marketed, you know, on pajamas and stuff. The Ty Templeton version is probably like the more commercially favorable one. But I just really liked the end product when that came out, because I never worked with Ty before, and I had respected a lot of his work. And so after he did Hamsters, he kind of went on to do more stuff with DC, and I think he worked on Batman Adventures for a long time. But I would say Ty Templeton, just on a one-shot 3D #1, that was probably one of my favorite collaborations.
Nice. And now I was also going to ask you, like, are you happy with the direction that Dynamite took with the Hamsters?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Elliot, I thought they were just dormant and they were going to ride off into the sunset after that last miniseries, and that was like 2008. And I kind of had this. It was sad because I was thinking, man, did I make a mistake? Should I have kept the license and not have sold? And I thought, you know, I was looking back on it because I was seeing all these people relaunching their own characters to great success, such as Cyberfrog. And I thought, if I still had the Hamsters rights, I could basically crowdfund a new Hamsters book. And if I would have had the rights, you know, back in 2021, I probably would have liked to do that. But the closest thing that I could think of was, oh, let's team up with Ethan and Dynamite and do this. But unfortunately, that project fizzled. So, so what? I'm sorry. What was your question? I lost my train of thought.
No, no, like I lost my question too. What was the question I asked? Somebody in the chat.
Am I happy with the direction?
Happy
okay,
direction.
We're back. Yes.
That 41-year-old stuff's creeping up on me, man. Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, I was really flattered that they wanted to do a anniversary, and honestly, I thought, oh, it's just, you know, a trade paperback. That's cool with me. But then they start sending me the graphics, and they're going, no, we want to do not just trade paperbacks. We want to do hardcovers. We want to do, you know, every time I kept opening my emails from them and seeing what their graphics department had laid out, I was just going, holy smokes, this is not just some, you know, rinky-dink campaign. And then I'm going through my social media after they launched it, and I'm seeing these sponsored ads with me talking just like what you played on the video. And I'm thinking, this is crazy. And then a lot of friends of mine that didn't know I even did comics are seeing this in their feed, and they're going, I had no idea you were a comic book guy. I just thought you were my realtor, you know.
He sold my house and he put comics in it. Nice. Sweet. Yeah, but so that's also, like, I mean, so now you don't have, is it possible to get those rights back? Are you interested in doing that, or just gonna leave it?
You know, at the time when I saw what people in CG were doing and other, you know, create your own crowdfunding, of course, you know, they hadn't done anything since 2008. So I went back to Nick and I said, hey, do you think you might sell those rights back to me? And he politely declined. I don't blame him, you know. Yeah. He paid me good money for the rights, and I think, you know, this campaign is going to be good to kind of show he made a wise investment. So and I still have an agreement with them where I do get paid from the Hamsters. So if it ever took off and, you know, went beyond the comics, I would be compensated. So it's all good.
Awesome. So then we should desire know the success of this campaign, right? All right, nice.
Yeah, I would love to. You know, obviously this is a collection of old stuff, but I still have ideas to do new stories.
You could. Is it possible for you to do something like John Byrne did with Elsewhere, and you just like draw, like do a story, and then put it out there? Is that possible?
Like a one shot or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. It's hard to keep an ongoing series going, and it takes a lot of time and energy. But I would be open. I kind of think doing specials every now and then might be kind of fun, or if there's if God allowed there to be a Hamsters Turtles crossover, I would be right on that, because
Man, that would be
that's
amazing.
been my dream for a long time.
And nice. And you're a fan of the Turtles, I would say, right?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I wouldn't parody something that I didn't love, and that's I was a comic book store owner in the '80s, and there was kind of this rumbling about this strange comic book that everybody wants, and it's selling like hotcakes. So I get the Turtles in my store, and I check it out and go, look, it's kind of weird. It's kind of oversized. It only has covers that are kind of 2 colors, and it's on this kind of not that great quality newsprint. But all that added up to just this awesome kind of organic, undergroundy action comic that no one had ever seen before. And to me, that just kind of vibed with my kind of underground comics sensibility. And me being the Mad Magazine satire mind, I just thought, well, why don't I try to parody this? Because it's already so outlandish. Would anybody buy it if I even took it to the next level? So,
Yeah, definitely. And then Ben has an interesting idea. Why don't you just do a parody of the Hamsters?
That's true. I don't know. I'm sure I could come up with something, but I don't want to seem like I'm a one-trick pony.
That's true. That's true also.
Based. Actually, there was not a Usagi Hamsters crossover, but Stan Sakai, the artist of the Usagi, he did the cover to the Japanese Invasion comic book. So that'll be in the omnibus.
You should get that, Ben. I'm gonna get. I'm gonna try to see if I can get that on the $100 one.
But Based,
I'd like
a bad idea
experience.
if Stan wanted to draw it. I think that would be cool.
Like, yeah, Usagi Yojimbo. I'm glad that he was open to letting those two worlds cross over like that. Great stuff. Great stuff.
Have you ever read a 3D comic, Elliot?
No, no. I think. Hold on. I think X-Files came with 3D glasses. Was that?
No, we didn't do that.
Or Beardsurker? No.
No.
I have never read a 3D comic.
Okay. Well, you're in for a treat then if you
Nice.
get this, because they're gonna have the 3D issues.
Sweet. Awesome stuff. 40 years later. Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah,
Thanks
I did.
for sharing all this.
No, no problem at all. It's a pleasure, because it's the first time that you were on the show. I remember I used to watch your shows. You had a show also in the morning.
Yeah,
think it was every
Comics
Thursday.
Coffee. Did I ever have you on?
No, I don't know.
No,
I
okay.
didn't never have a chance to get on there. I did win prizes on the show. It was great.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think
great.
you had anything to shill back in the day. That
No,
was probably
I did it
before Ominus. Art of Roy. It got optioned to be a cartoon, but it did not ever make it to the TV screen. It was optioned by a company called Rankin Bass, who did a lot of the Christmas, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, stop motion animation specials, and they did the Hobbit cartoon, but they optioned the Hamsters, and then they never did anything with it because I think they were going bankrupt. So it just kind of got stalled in option limbo, which was unfortunate because we had a lot of steam going into the 80s, and it kind of died, unfortunately. But who knows? Maybe someone will see this revival and think, hey, that might be a fun cartoon or movie or something.
Yeah, especially with the way the artwork is now. What you're showing us also in the back. with that image in the back. It looks more commercial like. I think it might.
Yeah,
I think it has potential to pick up. Yeah,
that's the Dynamite revival artwork by
Yeah.
Tom Wen and written by Keith Champagne. So they actually came up with a bunch of other hamsters that were kind of based on Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lucy Lawless and Jean-Claude Van
Nice.
Damme.
Sweet. Awesome stuff. And the success of this campaign is what does that mean? Like moving forward, are they going to be interested in doing other, like a whole new run? Would
I
you
have
be
no
involved in
idea.
any of that?
It's all in God's hands and Dynamite's hands. So I don't know what their expectations were, but it's obviously we're seeing that there's still a lot of fans that remember it and they're willing to spend. I think I did a little stat thing. I think the average purchase on the campaign is like $111 for what they want. And I'm just thinking, that's a good solid fan base that is willing to, to back this and maybe future other hamsters things. And
nice. And you've been visiting a bunch of other shows. You have do you have more shows lined up?
I do. I'm doing one with Phoenix, I think it's Phoenix Press tomorrow night. We're actually reviewing. They're talking comics, but we're also going to discuss the original TMNT, 1990s movie, the live action one.
Yeah.
And then I think over the weekend I don't have anything going on. It's kind of 4th of July weekend here, but I'm on. I'm kind of up with other streams, and if people are interested, just go to my X handle, which is at Real Don Chen, and you can see what upcoming shows I'll be on. But you can also scroll through my stream and see the ones like your show I'm on, and I've done, I've probably done like 4 or 5 guest appearances in the last week.
Nice. Awesome stuff, man. And Ben here asks, maybe it was covered earlier, but is there anything that you're currently working on that's not hamsters related?
I think I did mention there's the Tax, which might be coming out next year. It's a parody of the Max. That was actually, I already wrote it, but there may be some new content in that. And I've been talking to a guy named John's Longbox, and he's got a character in a universe. He's got a character named King Fu, and it's what if Elvis was like a martial arts hero. And I saw his artwork for that, and I said, that's right up my alley. I think I could write a King Fu story. And
nice.
So it's just what hits me. I did a story for the Fourth Age, which is RJ. And he did I can't remember the name of his characters, but I already wrote it. What's that? Thomas Valiant.
Thomas Valiant.
Yeah. So Thomas Valiant, I wrote a story with one of his characters called Putty Man. And actually it's Thomas Valiant before he became Thomas Valiant. Thomas Valiant was kind of like a Plastic Man character. So the Thomas Valiant that you read in the modern comics that RJ does is like the modern version, but there's almost like this kind of Silver Age version that he had planned. So he said, I'd like you to do a kind of a Silver Age take on Thomas Valiant before he became Thomas Valiant. So it's got a lot of humor. It's like, what would you expect if Don Chen wrote Mr. Fantastic? And so he's got that story in the can. It's been like, I think I did it like 3 years ago, but it hasn't ever been illustrated.
Interesting. I was contacted by RJ a while back, a long time ago, to do a project of his, like a web type comic, but I couldn't commit because I just couldn't be. I didn't consider myself reliable enough to take on a project like that.
Right.
I don't know, because I'd be available this week, but then next week my schedule might change, and then I can't do anything, and that would just everything.
Yeah, you're wise to not bite off more than you can chew, because once you get a reputation, you're not reliable.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long to get
It's
around.
Yeah. Yeah, it's it. Once people start seeing that you don't fulfill, you don't do what you have to do, yeah, they'll start.
What time
They'll
is
lose
it
all
where you're?
interest.
What time is it where you're at, Elliot?
I'm 1 hour behind.
Oh,
I'm 1 hour behind.
but is it
So
Friday?
it's 11:30 here.
Is it Friday or
No,
Thursday?
it's Thursday.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I went overseas earlier this
I'm on
year.
the same planet, Don.
I know. So wait a second. You're in Peru, right?
Yeah, it's South
And
America. Yeah.
so it's 8:30 a.m. where you're at.
No, 11:30. I'm 1 hour behind. 11:30.
Oh, see, I'm Pacific time. So I'm
okay.
9:30. So, but you're saying it's 11:30
man.
where you're at?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
got it.
And so you're going to get breakfast soon, or
I already ate. Yeah,
okay.
I had some eggs and
Crazy.
toast. And hey, do you get a lot of earthquakes where you're at?
Since I've been, we get earthquakes like almost every day here, but they're really minor, like just like 4 point, 3 point something, and it's like a little bit shaking. But we haven't had a big one since 2007, and I think we're long due for one. So any day now, this entire building's going to come down.
What's the biggest one that you've been in?
And no, I've fortunately for me, I haven't been in any big ones. I think like the biggest one, like a 6.5, but it wasn't actually here in the city, so you didn't feel it as strong. And but yeah, they get scary. Yeah.
Are you on a?
They get scary.
Are you in a high-rise building, or are you on a single-level place?
Yeah, I'm on. This is an apartment building, and I'm on the second floor. So I'm right there, near to the ground. So it's not too bad.
Okay. So if
the further up you go, the more you feel.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I live in earthquake country too, so I'm always.
Yeah.
I think I've been in like a 7.2, a couple 7s, but
yeah, they're scary. Yeah, they're scary.
We have a lot of flat. I mean, we don't have a lot of skyscrapers and stuff, but definitely, it can ruin foundations and.
Heck yeah, it mess everything up over here. Yeah. And especially if like the place where you're at is not doesn't take the precautions structure wise for it. No, it's here. There's a lot of informality here in South America and Peru, and so some buildings are up to code, I guess you could say, but some buildings are not, and so you never know what could happen.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, Don's trying to dox Elliot. I'm on the Don. Yeah. Where's your address? What address? Where do you live at?
I think I know where you live because you backed one of my books, so I can find you. And you know where
that is
live.
right. Yeah.
You know where I live. So if we ever had a feud, we could take some satellite drones against each other.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I could dox all your DMs, Don, and then I'll all your emails, and then let everybody know who you really are. Oh man, I'm just kidding.
Nice.
Yes, that's how some of these internet beefs get. No, they dox people. They go to their houses. They threaten their family. All kinds of craziness. I try to keep myself out of this stuff as much as I can. Also, I try, but sometimes it's difficult to not comment on some stuff. Huh?
Yeah, you're a good guy, man.
Thanks, man. Likewise, also, Don. Thank you. And then here, finally, and I found the color piece I did. All right.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Clint. I love Clint. And did you come up with the designs of these characters, of the hamsters?
They're kind of based on my initial doodles. Yeah.
Okay.
I think when I came up with the name, I was in a boring biology class, and I just started after I came up with the adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters, I was just kind of doodling with my ballpoint pen, and I said, well, just headshots. And I said, well, this one has no circle over their eyes. This one has one over the left eye. This one, how can you tell them apart? Because of the turtles, exactly. They all look the same, but the only way you know that what they are is by their weapons or their, the color of their bandana.
Yeah.
And then Clint, he was the wild card, because I liked punk music, and I also like Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood's character. So I just said,
Heck yeah.
I'm gonna just throw in Clint, and he's gonna know martial arts, but he'd rather use a 357 Magnum.
That's the best way to do it. Heck yeah. Play it safe. Yeah, nice. One shot.
And he's got a
Awesome
mohawk,
stuff.
kind of just to keep
Yeah.
things interesting.
Heck yeah. And there's a bunch of people that in today's complex social environment where are afraid to get critiques, afraid of parodies, afraid of this and that. I mean, what's your stance on that? Like, I mean, it's okay, to take to poke fun at someone, right? Is that?
Yeah, I think it's funny. I mean, that's obviously Saturday Night Live has done that for a long
Yeah.
time, and sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're not so funny. But I grew up with Mad Magazine and Crack Magazine, and unfortunately they're not published, anymore like they used to be. Every month you would go down to the newsstand and you could pick up Mad. You can count on that every month for a funny laugh. But without humor, what good is life? You have to, it's fun to laugh. And I don't try to be like really malicious in my satire. I know some people can be, but the Turtles, I love the Turtles, and I wanted to just kind of do something that was fun. It wasn't necessarily, ill. I didn't have any ill will against them. I actually thought they were really cool. So, my parody is kind of a homage to the Turtles. But yeah, I like humor. I mean, I like all sorts of different humor. It could be movies and cartoons and stuff. But I don't like stuff that's like really, really crude or silly, lowest common denominator type humor.
Yeah.
I used to, though, when I was, probably in
Younger.
high school.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because people are really sensitive to critiques, really sensitive to any kind of parodies. There's a lot of that going on. There's people that are famous on YouTube, and they also make comics, and then there's parodies of that, and then they try to DMCA strike some people and just prevent people from making any kind of parodies. But I think we should just not be too not be such a stickler about that kind of thing, because it's satire. We should be able to poke fun at each other, to a certain degree.
Hey, my wife is DMing me. I think I probably need to help her with my with my dogs.
Yeah, no problem at all. But yeah, thank you very much, Don, for stopping by. It's been a pleasure. You're more than welcome to come back on the show anytime you like. If you have another project, if you have anything planned or anything you'd like to show off, then come on by. Let me know, and then I'll throw the link out there.
It's so good to catch up with you and meet you in person, and your chat's a lot of fun. Man, a lot of good questions. So thank you so much for letting me come on and promote the project.
No problem. Thank you very much. I think I'm going to stick around for a little bit longer if the chat would allow me.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you very much, Don. Thank you. It was a pleasure, and we'll be in contact, and I'll send you another email with that high res.
Okay. God bless you, man. Take care.
Excellent. God bless you. Take care. Be safe.
Bye-bye.
Nice. So how do you guys like that? Don's still... Don was still here. Adios, Don. Shout out, Don. Nice. Hold on, I think Don's still connected. I think I'll do this. Never mind. All right, cool. So so that is the comic. I didn't know how long Don was going to be on, so I didn't want to keep him on. The brave guy. Yeah, I didn't know how much time he had, so I didn't want to keep him on too much longer. But yeah, so there's a link to the campaign right there. You guys be sure to back that. Yeah, take a look. Let's take a look at the campaign. And yeah, this is great stuff. I vividly remember that image of the first cover in Wizard back in the day. I'm pretty sure I saw it in an actual comic store also. That cover right here on the left. I was like, what is that? And I never picked it up. But I remember that cover. I remember the talk about it, and there was people commenting on it. Good stuff, man. Good stuff to have done on here. Worked with Sam Keith. Worked with a lot of great talent in comics. And you can also get his other books, X-Farce, and you can also get what's that other book? X-Farce and Beard Zerker. A lot of great fun. A lot of great fun to read. I highly recommend that. So now that Don's out the way, I'm just kidding. Hold on. Yeah, brave guy, that Don. I'm probably gonna hang out for a little bit more, just talk about some stuff. I'm gonna put a poll in the chat. Oh wait, I also have to ask. I also have to reveal the new stuff. I also have to reveal my new artwork, or not, the new teaser for the campaign. Don't forget, July 16th, I'm going to do my art drop. I got a lot of great stuff cooking, and I hope you guys tune in for that, because I got a lot of great stuff. Let me show you. Where's my teasers? Teasers. All right. So let's take a look at the teasers, and I'm going to reveal. Is there anything you guys in the chat want me to talk about? Let me know in the chat. I probably had this books. I bought a lot of the early indie parody books back. Yeah, I think it was pretty much the only parodying that was going on back then was just him. I don't remember anything else. Because I remember seeing that book. Then I saw X-Farce, but they're both the same thing. And I remember back earlier, like in the 70s and the 60s, they also did it was a parody of Heroes. I forgot the name of that book. What If? No, not What If, but there was I can't. It was like a goof of Batman and a bunch of DC characters. I think it was from Marvel that were goofing on DC. I forgot. At the back of Spider-Man books, I think Roy might know that. I think Roy might, because Roy's old. He might know that. He is releasing his Playboy centerfold on the 16th. Drones. I had a few of them back in the day. But let's check it out. There were a few more. All right, so let's check. Here's the look. Ominus Volume 1. First look at Ominus of what I've created so far with the volume. It's 60-something pages. Finished page 11. I have not started page 12 yet. Right now, I'm getting all the artwork ready for the big art drop. And so I'm pretty sure like around the third week of July, I'll get back on doing pages. I would go on page 12. From here to the end of the campaign, from here until the end of my until I finish doing the line art, I'm gonna just do draw streams and show you guys like the pages as I get them done. Or I don't know, maybe I'll do an art drop every year. Nah, because then I have to. What I absolutely hate is having all this artwork, sitting on all this artwork and not showing it off to you guys immediately. So I've had to wait since December of last year when I announced my art drop, that I had this artwork in the works, and I could have been showing you guys the stuff all along. So I don't know. Should I hold off on some more artwork, or should I show it off as I do it? I don't know. Let me ask you guys in the chat. And thank you very much for checking out. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I do my shows every week. Next week is the 9th. No, it was next week is the 9th. Next week is the 9th, and then the 16th, and then the big reveal. So just give me a second. One second. I'm gonna ask you guys a question in the chat if I can find it. Can I do a poll? Let me do a poll. I want to do a poll. A young Kang's. Hold on. What's up, Will? Let's do a young Kang's. I'm trying to ask a question. All right, start a poll. Should I kick Will? I'm just kidding. Should I show off art as I finish it, or save it for big reveals? Show off art, save it for reveals. Yeah, start the poll. Give me your opinion, guys. I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. There's a poll in the chat. Mark your answers. What do you guys think? Is there? Wait, shit. Okay. Yeah, mark your answers. Let me know. But this is what I got so far. I got Ominus Volume 1. So far, I've shown you this, which is a picture, a reveal of Zadok. This is the first time, like, this image is the first image you see of Zadok in the whole story. So I had to think about how I wanted to reveal him to you guys. And so this is the shot. Then this is panel 1 of page 11, which is a big 10 panel page. You guys are going to see that also in the book. I'm sorry, going to see that for the big reveal. Obviously, it's going to be in the book. And then I showed you this. This is page 6. Here's a first look at the main villain. This is the main villain of Ominus Volume 1. And it's impossible for me to sit on stuff I make. Yeah, I don't know. I like the feedback too much and seeing people give criticism. Yeah, that's not. You're not getting rid of me. No, Will is welcome here. And do another poll if you should get shit faced on the 60th. No, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna probably reserve getting taking shots and drinks and stuff like that. Like on a launch campaign. If I have Dawn come on, or no, if you guys come on, whatever. No, like we'll have a nice time. I'll probably do a shot or two. Pity ball, what's going on? Show it, sir. Every time you say big reveal, it sounds filthy. I want to do my big reveal, and you guys see the whole thing. But yeah, so here's a look at the bad guy. There's him right here. This is the bad guy. He's the bad guy, the main bad guy for the entire book. So that's what I showed you so far. Then here's a picture of Zadok's house. This is a picture of Zadok's house. And here's another picture of the bad guy. And then here is the new reveal for today. Here is this is a new reveal. This is also on page 11. Here we have this. Working with perspective right here. What you guys rate that? Could you guys rate that from 1 to 10? What would you rate? What would you rate that? 1, it sucks. 10, it's the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. On my launch, you will or else. Oh yeah. It's big reveal, of course. The Wheel Studios. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, rate it. I see a box. Yeah, this is I'm I'll tell you exactly what this is on the day of my reveal. But this is just the artwork. Here we see stuff happening. Yeah, I can't say. Yeah, just take a look at the art. And here is a look at a new character. So I can't show you much more than this, but I mean, I guess you can look at this to appreciate the inking and the line art. And then I got this panel. I'm going to give you two more snippets, next week, and then the 16th is the big reveal. That day, I will show you guys all of this artwork, like the entire page, everything. It's a cute rating. if you want it to be Penny Maya, no problem. Panel 6, 7. Thank you very much, guys. 7.2349. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah. Now, the pages that I'm showing you guys, there's some action in it, but I think a good part of it is actual like storytelling. And in my preview book, you guys got a dose of action, so you guys know how I'm going to approach the action, how the action is going to get handled when I'm drawing it. And then what I'm going to show you guys on the 16th is the storytelling aspect, because this book is going to do, like with all number ones, it's going to do a lot of world building, setting up things. So, I mean, there is a lot of action in the book, but there's also a counterpart to that, which is the storytelling, which has to be in the book. So yes, there's elements of the story that I have to introduce in the book, and there's parts of it, and so not everything is going to be action-packed fight scenes. So there's going to be some slower scenes where, that's what the whole pacing thing is all about. Some slower scenes where we get to see character traits of Zadok, of his family, of other people, of other characters, and so that stuff has to get told. So but I'm not going to completely hide the action. There's going to be a lot of action, but yeah, I mean, there's also going to be some not as high octane stuff in it. No, it's just part of the story. That's part of the storytelling process. Degenerates, heck yeah. And so I wanted to show you guys this. So this is this. We got this bad guy. We got this. Dead people. Here, the dad, Zadok. All of this here is just what we're going to see in Ominus Volume 1. Ominus Volume 1, July 16th at 10 a.m. I'm going to be talking about this and then showing you guys everything. And then from there, let's take a look at the poll. And then from there, I will either continue showing you guys everything or maybe not. No, so yeah, I got 57%. No, 62% say that I should show off the art. No, so I'll probably show it off. I'll probably do draw streams. I'll probably do a draw stream or two, and I'll show you guys as I'm inking some of these pages, or I may not. I'm not sure if I should do that, because I'm not going to lie. When I'm doing the inking, I want the inking to be as pristine, as great as I can make it. And so when I do inking while I'm on camera, I can't be as intimate, I guess you could say, with the ink and with the art as I would like to. And I get close on the page, I render, I take my time, and sometimes when I do draw streams, like I'm doing my thing, and then the camera's not exactly focused on it. So I don't know. I may do some stuff, I may not. I'll see what happens as I'm getting this stuff done. So yeah. And then also just to show off, I got 7-8 men's before sundown. I haven't read it yet. As soon as I get some time, maybe this week or next week, I could just tell you that great. Just the presentation is amazing. This cover, I love the feel of this cover. I don't know what this is. If I can do that, I may do that too, man. Looks great. Got Bosch Fawcett on the back. I don't know if you guys got this. You guys should have got this. And we got the Dan Lawless inside right there, interior. Then we got Dan Lawless at the end. Great shot of the character right here. This is great. Yeah, Christian Rossi does great work, man. This is the 1/3 rule. No, you don't put the character in the dead center. You put him off point. The focus is right here in the face, and it's not dead center. Now, you have to think about that also when you composition wise. Now, looks great. Looks great. Now, so the focus is here, the text is here, and then the final one's down here. I like it. I like it. I'm not going to lie. I'm not too excited about that word balloon right there. Those word balloons. They look like they could be readjusted. I think Dan did that. I don't know who did that, but I think they can be redone. Yeah, the lettering looks just great all over the place. Looks great. Yeah, no, that balloon just sticks out. But good stuff, man. And it's going to look great colored. Yeah, I'm going to get the book colored also. I'm going to show you guys that page. That all the stuff that I'm showing you guys, or I think most of it is going to be colored by the time I get to that. And then I'll do color reveals also, and I'll show you guys. Hey, this is this page colored up. I need to finish 7 amends. It was good as far as I made it. Nice. I will get intimate with my inking too sometimes, but it's hard to clean up. Yeah. No, yeah, I get close to it. Well, you work digitally, no? So your work's. I think I assume it would be a lot easier to clean up. Yeah, someone has been watching too much Coach with the lettering balloon comment. No, yeah, you got to be. I'm the creative, like director, art director for the whole book, so I got to pay attention to all that crap, man. It's not just like, hey, I'll just put whatever's there. No, you gotta make it look right. Yeah. It's also kind of throwing me off that this balloon is big and this one's small. I don't know about that. I don't know. I'd have to read it. Our journey ends in a lover's meeting. Good stories can defy completing. See you in France, guys and gals. Yeah, I probably would have worked. I would have done something different with that. Drop the ball, Dan. You dropped the ball. But yeah. So 7 amends before the sundown. I'm highly looking forward to this because I keep hearing a lot of great stuff from Tom. Tom has a really interesting way of posting his tweets. He's got I can tell by how he posts his tweets and stuff, what texts that he's a man who has read a lot of stuff, and so I want to see how he writes. Yeah. See how he writes. Yeah. Heck yeah. And then I got my from my drunk backing. Shout out to Michael Bancroft. My drunk backing. I got the books. Also, they look great. They look great. If you don't catch your mistakes, your critics will. Yeah. Hell yeah. Never controversial. No, someone yeah. Heck yeah. Awesome stuff. All right. So I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Next week I'll be back. Oh wait, next week I think, if I'm not mistaken, next week I'm going to bring on this young man, Scribe, and we're going to take a look at his comic. And just to give you guys an idea of what his comic is, hold on. We're going to take a look at Heavy Adamo. Attaboy. I'll bring this up. We're going to take a look at Heavy Adamo. Look at that logo, man. Looks great. So subscribe. Subscribe to Scribe. Throw that down here. So I'll put my email address. Subscribe. I thought I was already subscribed. I was expecting a message that says you're already subscribed. Huh. Let me do that again. I think you can subscribe more than once. Hold on. I'm going to subscribe again. Yeah, okay, so okay. There's no message like, so you can subscribe a gajillion times. Interesting. Way better than the Rosario Scribe, yeah. Ooh, we can see that book. Yeah, Heavy Atomo. Get that. I'm going to do my big reveal when his campaign launches. I'm going to step on his toes. What you guys think about that? I'm going to step on Scribe's toes. When is your launch? Oh, okay. That's when I'm doing my big reveal. Nah, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, so you got to sign up for it. Sign up once, twice, 3 times. Oh, and then I also want to take a look at this. This really made me sad. This really made me sad. I'm just kidding. I know I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, and then I'll give you some comments on that, and then but it really made me sad. Shit, can't find it now. All right, here we go. Wait. Where did it go? Okay, I lost it. I found it and then I lost it. 1 second. I'm finding it. I'm gonna get it. All right, here we go. Is this it? Yeah, here it is. All right. What the heck happened with this? Take a look at this, guys. I'm gonna write a stern letter to the people at Warlock Comics. Yeah, Warlock posted the results from the June poll, volume 20, part 2, pages 5 through 8. We got top 10 cover artists, blah 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 blah. We got top 10 comics, blah 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 blah. But this top 10 rising hotshot, I'm number 8. What the heck kind of disgrace is that? I was number 5 and I dropped down 3 positions. So Sean Salter's number 1, Patrick Quinlan's number 2, Christian Rossi's number 3, Nick Axe is number 4. Number 5 normally was me, but now number 5 is Tom Tuttle. Number 6 is Frederick Dumont. Number 7, Johnny Rocket. Number 8 is where I come in. We got Ray number 9, and then Lit Dev number 10. So what the heck happened, guys? Congrats. There's no congrats. I'm dropping. The next list that comes out, I'm not even going to be mentioned, man. Crap. Get your book out so you can get a bump. What kind of bump? You want a bump, G? But no, it's all good, man. I know I'm at my age, now that I've been doxxed as a 41-year-old streaming from a second-story building, now that I've been doxxed, then I know that I'm going to start becoming incredibly irrelevant in the scene. So I'm going to be irrelevant. By the next time it comes around, I'm not even going to be on the list. Watch. It's going to be all right. But I mean, we all know what it is. We all know the politics around here. And we all know there's a certain amount of, you know what I mean? A certain amount of this. I think certain people are getting paid off to be in positions number 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh man. No, I'm just kidding, guys. This is great. That's whatever. What the heck has Nick said? No, he's done some work. He's done work for Thomas Valiant for RJ. He's done some work he's working with Lit Dev on Lady Midnight. No, yeah, everybody's well deserved here. Everybody's well deserved. Except Elliot. Elliot hasn't done shit. Elliot hasn't done shit. Coca. He'll get up there, Ryan Dubé. No, got to get you out there, man. Yeah, that too, Bryce. Yeah. A lot of that going around, man. A lot of that stuff going around. Yeah, the white guys get more votes. Heck yeah. Yeah, we don't even see Ray's face or Lit Dev's face, because I'm pretty sure if we saw their faces and if they were white, I'd get bumped down to number 10. Kind of ridiculous shit is that? Oh, well, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, that's nice. Yeah, and I didn't even like a retweet. That's my bad, guys. But yeah, well, I think the new poll is up. Oh, let me find that. Hopefully, we could probably get some votes in today. let me hold on. You guys tell me what I should write. I'm gonna post this. You guys tell me what I should write. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for you guys, but you guys tell me what I should write here. Now, this is where I'm listed number 8. What should I write? People in my chat have suggested that there are bribes being made which are taking me down 3 slots. I'm currently in slot 8, where a month ago I was in slot 5. What's happening? What's happening here? Something like that. Should I post that? You guys let me know. 8. He says, I'm a 40-year-old in the basement. The 40s will rise up. Yeah. I also want to know how long am I going to be a rising hotshot? How long do I have to continue rising? Warlock just needs to snip Ray's face. He goes on cam all the time. That's true. Yeah, damn Snow Mexican Frederick made it higher. Snow Mexican. Clearly, you should always be number. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, Ben knows what's up. I should be number 1 in everybody's hearts. No, I'm just kidding. I'm having fun. You guys should recommend something. Rising Brother, you peaked. Oh, I peaked and then that was me. What's it called? Peaked hot shots? Oh, man. Call it the peaked hot shots. Yeah. Yeah, I can't get higher than 5. So that's my peak. It's just 5 and then wait, I think I have a sound effect for that. I peaked at 5. I peaked at 5 and then oh man. I am before the plummet, anti-CG. Yeah, and before the plummet. Yeah, anti-CG. This is the first step in becoming anti-CG. Yeah, that's correct. Our rolls all the way to 0. Zoom past everyone else. Nice. I got to do it like Justin. No, I'm not going to write this. Not about these shenanigans. What should I write? Great to be a part of these amazingly talented hacks. You guys are all hacks. I'm just kidding. What can I write? No, sincerely though, I'm happy to have made the list. Kudos to all the wonderful creators. Blah, blah, blah. Should I put an emoji? Yeah, fuck. That's it, right? That's it. Post it. Post it. Post it. All right, hold on. Let me take a look. It's corruption afoot. That's what's happening. I'm getting replaced. Used to be number 5, now I'm number 8. Unless this means that you guys don't consider me that cool anymore. Oh man, that's gonna suck. Oh yeah. All right, check it out. The poll is up. Please, people, for the guys in the chat, please poll. I'm not walking nothing back. Wait, that's not it. All right, here we go. Pow. Plip, plip, plow. And Warlock, Independent Comics Magazine monthly top 10 fan favorite creators vote in June is now open. Help us spread the word far and wide. Vote for your favorite creators. Good luck to all the talented nominees. You forgot. Nah. Let's take a look at this. I'm going to quote this. What can I say here? Please go out and vote. No, wait. Please go out and vote. No, go vote. Go vote. Don't vote. Count the vote. Let's do a recount. I want a recount of the votes. No, let's not do that. Destroy Warlock at no, let's not destroy Warlock at once. What can I say? I do not. I disavow the corruption. No. Let me see. If you got some free time, I think I've said that before. What can I say? I think did you guys hear my washer? My washer's done. Cut a promo on. Yeah, I did a promo for Salty. Yeah, I only see POC person. See what? Nice. Yeah. All right. Good. Cast your vote for your favorite CGPOC. And yeah. If there's cast your vote for your favorite, yeah, that's it. Today. Everybody see today. Bam. All right, cast your vote. Now, what did I wanted to show you guys? Let's see. Let's take a look at all these losers on this list. Can you guys see it? Is it coming up? Shit, hold on. I can't tell if it's a delay or if it's my screen. I don't know. Let's take a look at this list. All right. We got Aaron Lopresti, Andy Smith, Art T. Bear, Billy Tucci, Bosch Foston Cecil, Christian Rossi, Dan Lawless, Alan Goldman, Elliot Rodriguez, Click, Eric Weathers, Frederick Gumont, Ethan Van Sciver, Sven Stoffels, Joe Sontag, Johnny Rocket, Dale Keown, John Malin, Ray, Mandy Summers, Matt Martin, Mike Barron, and Nick Axe, Pat Broderick, Patrick Quinlan, Peter Gilmore, Sean Salter, Shane Davis, Sean Thangetti, Tom Tuttle, Vasilis Lolis, Vaughn Klaus. Votación cerrada en 2 días. That means that the voting is going to be closed in 2 days. So who do you guys recommend I vote for? Sexy knee action. Is this S? What knee action? What do you mean? Did you guys see my knee? I don't get it. I only vote for black creators. So am I the only POC on this? I guess Alan a little bit because he's from Brazil. Oh yeah, shit. I'm the only. Oh no, Sean Falso's on there. Sweet. Tom Total, Vasilis Vaughn. All right, so there's 3 POCs on this list. I'm assuming POC is POS, piece of shit. No, a person of color. Is that right? Is that what this nonsense means? Person of color. I'm gonna ask Grok. Grok, what does POC mean? Grok, what does POC mean? Let's take a look at Grok. Piece of shit. Let's take a look at what does Grok say? What does the Grok say? What does the piece of crap? POC is an acronym with several common meanings depending on the context. The most frequent meaning people of color, person of color. Proof of concept, point of contact, piece of crap. Piece of crap. Products of conception, power over Ethernet, port of call. Vote for your favorite power over Ethernet. Vote for your favorite port of call. In casual online social discussions that people of color is often what people mean. In professional or tech settings is usually proof of concept. If you give me context, where you saw it, exactly which one it is, I ain't giving you shit. All right, so vote for your favorite POC. There's only 3 POCs on this list. And I think piece of crap is what it means. So yeah, here's the poll, guys. Please, if you wouldn't mind, throw your vote down in there. And let me know who should I vote for. Let me know who should I vote for. And while that is going on, let me play this clip because I have to use. I have an emergency. So just give me a second, and let's play this clip. And let's play this.
Shoot!
I'll be right back.
We're just trying to take our son out of this hostile environment.
Their son?
Maybe they're one of those gay couples.
Yeah, we're gay, and this is our adopted love child. We're not from around here. Don't make us go back to our liberal city home with tales of prejudice and bigotry from in the heart of Utah.
Oh, God, this is the last thing I need. Bunch of uppity homosexuals shooting their mouths off to the liberal media that the Federal Wildlife Marshal Office persecutes gays.
Are you fucking crazy? Now, they may be gay, but that's not their son, that's the ape.
I think I would recognize an ape if I saw one, okay? And the only thing I do recognize right now is a political fiasco here that I'm about to avoid by letting this butt-fucking Brady Bunch go. You are free to leave, sirs. Yes, you, sirs.
So we can just go?
Yes, sir. Please accept my apologies for detaining you and your unorthodox but constitutionally protected family unit.
Unfucking believable.
I might add that's one fine-looking boy you're raising there.
Hell yeah, that's because he's from my sperm. See, I knocked up this hot woman friend of ours who I fuck on the side, so not to be all the way gay, but my tubby husband here, he's 100% queer. He loves the cock.
Well, he certainly looks insatiable. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, it's not my way, but I'll be damned if there doesn't go one happy family. All right, gang. Let's just shoot some tear gas into the diner, and then when the guys come out with the monkey, we'll... Fuck beans! That was them, wasn't it?
Fuck me, man. But yeah, so there's straw poll. Please vote. Who should I vote for? I like Ethan. And I like Mike. His birthday was yesterday, I think it was. I like Bosch. Bosch is cool. I don't know. Tell me who I should vote for. You guys should tell me. But yeah, I'll finish that later. I still got more people to vote for, and I don't want to click on something and then have people like, "Hey, you didn't vote for me." I'll vote for Shane. I don't see my name is Paul's rigged. Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, Will does a show. I think he has a show on Sundays. Please check him out. Well, for me, just add my name. I will. I'll definitely do that. But yeah, that's all for me today. I will be back next week. Next week, I'm going to have Scribe on. We'll hang out. Scribe is going to be the guest for next week. We'll talk about. Hopefully, I can get Ben on the show. Also, we'll talk to them about the book Heavy Automo. Maybe see some exclusive stuff here on the show. If not, no worries. It's all good. But yeah, so next week we'll have Scribe, and then after that, and then after Scribe show is going to be the big reveal, and the reveal is going to be on June 16th. Please don't forget June 16th. I'm sorry, July 16th. Shit, get my own date wrong. July 16th, and yeah, the Willpower Lunch is every Saturday at 11. All right, 11 every Saturday at 11. Please be sure to tune into that. I'm not coming. I hate you. What can they? Gender reveal? No. Art reveal. Art, the big reveal. My big reveal. The nice Scribe and Ben. Yeah, heck yeah. I want to have them on next week. So please be sure to tune in. The show next week, I'm assuming 10 a.m. I don't know. I'll contact Scribe and then we'll see what's up. But yeah, so that's been all for today. Please don't forget to back Don Chin's book, Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters. It's celebrating their 40 years of existence. Great stuff. A picture of Elliot and I having breakfast. Nice. Sweet. And don't forget the July 16th Ominus Volume 1. I'm going to show you guys everything that I've been working on. So you guys can have an idea of what to expect in this comic. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys will dig it. And that's it. Thank you very much, guys. I'll catch you later. You guys have a great weekend. Oh, yeah. Also, for my American friends, happy 4th of July. Actually, hold on. Let me ask you guys a question. I would like to celebrate this 4th of July in the very American kind of way. What would I do? What would you guys recommend me to do as a celebration in an American style? Like how do you guys celebrate 4th of July? From what I know, it's cookouts and fireworks. I remember people always organizing cookouts and then going to see the fireworks. But is there anything else apart from that is typical of Americans celebrating Independence Day? America, fuck yeah. Drink, eat, and blow up shit. Yeah. Yeah, barbecue and fireworks. Yeah, be outside. Yeah, that's normally I want us to abomination. Big boobs and Coors Light. Yeah, okay. I mean, yes, that's what I've known the celebrations to be. You know, have a cookout, and then at night pull up a chair and then watch the fireworks. There's normally a place you go to see the fireworks, no, but then that's what I remember. I don't. Is there anything else? So yeah, so I'll be celebrating 4th of July. Yeah, eat hot dogs, pop fireworks, and watch the movie Independence Day starring Will Smith. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. America Day. I need to get a clip of Team America, yo. Bust balls. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, so all my American friends out there, you guys have a wonderful Independence Day. Peruvian Independence Day is going to come at the end of the month, so we'll probably do something for that. I don't know what I can do for that. But yeah, I'm going to try to convince my family to eat hot dogs, pop fireworks, and watch the movie Independence Day. Bust balls. I'm going to convince my family of trying to get some Coors Light. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Hold on. Every time. Hold on. All right, here we go. All right, so I'll catch you guys next week. You guys be safe.